Okay, we're going to start by showing you an installation of mason bead tubes and liners in this house here that's made of pine. So with a house like this, soft wood, it's important to paint it. We recommend an exterior latex. First thing you want to do is get yourself some cardboard tubes that look like this. They are about 6 inches long and 5/16 diameter. Just check. Alright, so simple-mindedly, you could just bundle these up. You can't just stick a whole bunch of these in and just keep packing them in. First, you'd have probably more than you need, but second, it's really hard to keep them in there all nice and tight. What tends to happen is some will start falling out, and you know, squirrels or what have you will come and start dragging them out of there once they're populated. So you want to capture them nice and tightly. So what we do is we put several rubber bands on them and we place them in here with some folded corrugated plastic like this. So we just fold it up and we use this stuff as a wedge to press it in nice and tightly. And that works pretty well. Put 2 or 3 of these in like that, and more pressure there, and then do a little test. And this is why it's worth doing the test. That fell out, so that obviously wasn't doing anything very useful. So we can find another spot for it. How about over here? And we'll do another test, and that's good. Okay, so see, here's a good example of something that happened. This tube came out, and you will find this from time to time. That's a good reason to check it. Go in there and wedge it in, and just keep, you know, checking. I think that's pretty secure. We might even put one more piece in here, just to be really sure. We've got the tubes in there. You could just put them out, just like this. Put some bees up top here, and they would become populated, just as these tubes are here. So we'll get you a close-up of that, and you can see these are filled up and capped at the end with mud. So these are great, there's nothing wrong with these, except when it comes to the nest hygiene. So what can happen is, over time, these nests, if you don't clean them out, these tubes will become cluttered with debris that's detrimental to the bees. So it'll start building up fishes, old pollen, and worst of all, pollen mites. So it's really important to clean that out every year so it doesn't accumulate. If it does accumulate, then your population will at some point start to decline. So the liner plays an important role in this hygiene with this method. So I'm going to pull these out for a moment, and what we can do is just put these liners in here, and they fit all the way in and stick out maybe 5/16, quarter of an inch, something like that. So you just start populating all of these with liners. So instead of filling the cardboard tubes, the bees will fill the liners. And then at the end of the season, about September, October, when you're harvesting your bees, you can, if you choose to, remove these liners with the bees in them and store them off in a cool place, something like a refrigerator, or maybe even a barn, something like that, over winter. And then in the spring, you will install those bees back into the nest, and you can actually use the same set of cardboard tubes because they're nice and clean. They haven't been cluttered with debris. Now you could ask, well, why can't I just clean out the cardboard tubes? The problem is timing, because what happens is when the bees emerge, they'll mate, and then the female will start to return and refill these tubes with eggs. And that's a very short window, that whole cycle. So you never know when to go in there and clean it. Just because you see a hole here, that doesn't mean it's empty. it could be that there are bees still emerging out of the hole, or it could be that the female has already starts to refill it. And it's very difficult to tell unless you stand there for a very, very long time and just see if you're lucky enough to catch a female coming in or going out for that matter. So with the liners you avoid that whole problem. You can remove the liners and now you have your tubes back again, and you can just save them off for next year.